kind of a Bo Diddley beat there. I don't know how I missed this song, but somehow growing up in the 60s, I did. It was released in 1961 by Elvis Presley and recorded just previous to that by Del Shannon. Del Shannon's version didn't do much. Elvis Presley's version went to number 4 on the charts. But the song's kind of been haunting me in my head for years and years. Every time I hear it on the radio, I kind of think, what's the name of that song? I just kind of missed it. But Marie's the name, his latest flame. Here's 1961. It's back-to-back Elvis weeks, The King, here on Song Mentor. All right, at last I get to get this song out of my head and into a lesson for you guys. It's a fairly simple song. Rhythm is really important. 4 chords. You need an open G, an E minor, an open C, and an open D. And that's it. Now let's talk about the rhythms. All right, well, I mentioned in the intro that there's a Bo Diddley feel to the strumming, and there certainly is during the verses for sure. And so let's show you what it looks like from the left-hand perspective with the G and E minor chords, and then I'll give you a close-up, slow-mo look at the right hand. Okay, right-hand perspective. Notice that there's 2 muted strums there that don't really sound the chord. They're just for rhythmic purposes. The first is kind of the second strum in, and the other is just before the E minor chord. All right, so let's play and sing through a verse and see how this all sounds. Okay, we'll slow down the tempo just a bit for this demo of a verse. And also, we go through the G, E minor combo 3 times before the vocal comes in. Here we go. A very old friend came by today, 'cause he was telling everyone in town of the love that he just found, and Marie's the name of his latest flame. All right, the second section of the song is the strumming is similar but different. It's not as choppy. We came from this. And one of the ways we chop that is to use that mute that I was talking about earlier. The second section, which is the Though I Smiled, the Tears Inside Were a Burnin' section, is primarily played through D and C chords, and it's more like this. Okay, let's take a look what the right hand's doing. We're not going to hear any muted slaps here because it's more of a continuous thing. And now watch when I transition back into the other strum. Okay, you can see the 2 different strumming patterns clearly there. Okay, well, let's do the same thing we did with the verse. Sing and play just through this Though I Smiled section. Here we go. Although I smiled, the tears inside were burning. I wished him luck and then he said goodbye. He was gone, but still the words kept returning. What else was there for me All right, well, we're almost ready for a playthrough, but let's talk about the ending. It's a fade-out song, but you can actually hear him repeat, "Oh, Marie's the name," 4 times before it fades. So we're going to do it 4 times, and then we're going to do a stop ending. So here's what I'd like you to do for the end. Anne-Marie's the name of his latest flame. Anne-Marie's the name of his latest flame. Oh, Marie's the name of his latest flame. Anne-Marie's the name of his latest flame. Okay, so that's reminiscent of the intro, which was 3 times before we came in singing. We go to the little G, E minor combo 3 times at the end. After singing Marie's the name of his latest flame through 4 times. Okay, so there's an ending for you. Hey, we're ready for a playthrough. A very old friend came by today, 'cause he was telling everyone in town of the love that he just found. And Marie's the name of his latest flame. He talked and talked, and I heard him say that she had the longest, blackest hair, the prettiest green eyes anywhere. And Marie's the name of his latest flame. Although I smiled, the tears inside were burning. I wished him luck and then he said goodbye. He was gone, but still the words kept returning. What else was there for me to do but cry? Would you believe that yesterday this girl was in my arms and swore to me she'd be mine eternally? And Marie's the name of his latest flame. Although I smiled, the tears inside were burning. I wished him luck and then he said goodbye. He was gone, but still his words kept returning. What else was there for me to do but cry? Would you believe that yesterday this girl was in my arms and swore to me she'd be mine eternally? And Marie's the name of his latest flame. Yeah, Marie's the name of his latest flame. Oh, Marie's the name of his latest flame. Oh, Marie's the name of his latest flame. Okay, fine tuning. Well, full title, Marie's the Name, in brackets, his latest flame. Rhythms, really, and you know, you've got that choppy kind of Bo Diddley thing with the mutes in there, and then you've got that more jangly. So getting those 2 rhythms is pretty critical in this song. And of course the other part is to have fun with the vocal, because it's Elvis. I mean, it's the king. It's just there's nobody else that really ever sang like him, and probably ever will. There'll be imitators. Of course, go to Vegas, you can find all kinds of them. Hey, there you go. His latest flame from Elvis, 1961. We'll see you next time on Song Mentor.